What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Digital Nerd Alliance, where animation, gaming, and everything in the nerd culture just runs through the DNA.
Oh yeah.
Welcome. You guys know me, the bad guy JP, alongside me with Mizzle from the Mizzle and Dub Show, chilling in Las Vegas right now, while our buddy the Encyclopedia is passed out snoring in the other room.
Absolutely.
We're
I mean, he
have,
did work hard. He worked hard.
yeah.
We'll cut him a break. We'll cut him a break.
We got EJ Wizzle, who's probably going to be joining in a little bit after dropping off the kids. He's very excited to talk about the Michael Jackson biopic that just came out, which we gave him a little history lesson about it a little bit earlier yesterday. But a lot of crazy, cool things happening in the world of nerdy culture. We got the announcement of X-Men 97 Season 2 coming out, which, I mean, about damn time. It's about time. It probably should have happened a little bit sooner, but I think given the timeline of everything on how things have been going with Marvel, it makes sense on kind of why they introduced it now. I'm kind of thinking that this show, the animation show, is going to kind of, I want to say it's going to tie in to a certain extent, almost like backstory ish, on what the X-Men have done. I think multiverse wise, it'll probably tie into that a little bit more too. But I mean, with everything that Marvel's doing, it's all leading up to the mutant era.
Oh yeah.
So right now they've got, pretty much they've done the Infinity era. They are finishing up the multiverse era.
Yep.
And that multiverse era is going to push into the mutant era, which all in itself, when you're dealing with the X-Men and it's that in itself is a 10, 15, 20-year project that you can play with the amount of, the big bads and all that other kind of stuff, the things that have happened with the X-Men. There's a lot of crazy things that have happened that it's going to be pretty interesting to see how Marvel kind of gets that whole thing going. I'm kind of wondering who, I mean, obviously Logan, Wolverine, staple of pretty much the entire thing.
Correct.
You follow, even in the animations and stuff like that, he's pretty much, the guy that everything was kind of based around a little bit. All 5'2" of them. I remember when I found that out, like how big, like how tall he actually, because I'm watching the cartoons going, like, oh man, he's a big son of a bitch. Like he's pretty, nope, he's 5'2". I'm like, hold on, what? I was like,
so
no
his
wonder
aggression,
he's mad.
always angry.
It's like, no wonder he's pissed off. He lives at ass level compared to the rest of them. Like, it's like, holy shit. Yeah, no wonder he hated Cyclops. Cyclops was like 6 foot something. but but
Mm.
it's when you look at like the cartoon and how everything. I think when I mean obviously Logan. I think Cyclops that relationship is
Yeah.
definitely going to be something that's portrayed. But I'm wondering because the Sony pictures outside of Logan and Cyclops is kind of like love hate relationship, the headbutting that they did. It was a
Mm-hmm.
lot primarily focused on Jean Grey,
Yep.
which it's kind of hinting it's going towards that direction with especially with the new Spider-Man movie coming out. Um but I'm trying to figure outside of those three who could be a mainstay player that they could probably do. So, like, out of all the X-Men, who can have their own individual movies type of thing? Who
Well,
who are who are movie worthy and who's TV show worthy? So it's like, I mean, I think Storm is kind of one of those. You can have a movie for
yeah.
her. I mean,
Yeah.
when you're an Omega level mutant, yeah, you got to have some sort of story that background
Definitely.
in there for her. I
Gambit,
want to say Gambit could be a good one.
which they're trying to work on with Channing Tatum. So, but that's been going on. That talk has been going on for years.
Yeah, but I think and I think the only reason why we say Gambit is because he's such a fan favorite,
True.
like
True.
his whole character and everything like that. But is he when you unbiasedly, I guess, look at his story, is that movie worthy, or is
No, it can be show
his
worthy. It can be show
or
worthy.
it?
If you like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
backstory
think I think for Gambit, it's
series.
more of like you got to give him a TV show
Yeah.
rather than a movie. I think Nightcrawler can be very interesting. I think he could be. He's kind of a tweener for me because his backstory and everything is very
Yeah.
interesting. So I think for him, you could do it into TV show. I wouldn't be against him having a movie, but nonetheless, he seems like one of those TV show characters. Um,
You can do something with Rogue too.
that's what I was gonna say. I was like, I think Rogue might be. You have a movie based on her because she's a very big player in the X Men universe.
And in
Um,
the Fox versions, they kind of gave you something that can lead up to something, but they didn't do very well with it. Is when Magneto gave Rogue her powers, or she took his powers, and that's how she
mhm,
got the hair and stuff like that. So
you know,
you can, since they're trying to bring it back, you can dial in back into that.
they can also they can definitely dive into the relationship between Magneto and Scarlet Witch.
Ooh.
That is his daughter, after all. So
And
they're
Quicksilver, his son too.
yep. You can definitely have a movie based off of that. I don't know if that one would be TV show because again, you've had a lot of either TV show or information about Wanda that
Yeah.
there's not really much else that you need to dive into for that. But I mean,
Yeah.
putting a movie about it could definitely be very interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
That sounds very interesting. I would love to see how that came about.
hmm And
Especially if it's done
then
right.
Professor X. I mean, they dived into a little bit like origin story with Sony.
Was it
They did
Future
a
Day Past or something like that? How they went
yeah. I
back?
mean, it was a little messy, but I feel like they can do. There's a chance to be able to do that kind of. Not so much as like Professor X is now he's making the school and but like you're looking at the origins of Professor X,
Correct.
how he got
Correct.
into the wheelchair, how he got his powers, like the
Mm-hmm.
whole that story all in itself can be very captivating to audiences, whether it's in a movie or in a TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Beast can be an interesting TV show. Um, Mystique could be an interesting TV show.
Now she would be very interesting. You know, you
Is
can see
she
like
is she
she
movie worthy? I feel like she could be movie worthy. If done correctly, I think she can be movie worthy. Because she's kind of portrayed as I don't want to say lackey because she's more important than that.
she's more like your Black Ops.
Yeah, she's more of like a almost Black Widow, like
Yeah.
secondary character, but you can have a TV show about her. But I feel like she's done so much in the X-Men universe that I
Well,
feel
she's
like
played
with the
both
information,
sides.
I
So
and that's the thing. I'm like with her, she's one of those like underrated characters that I think if done correctly, you can make a pretty decent movie
hmm
about her.
oh, I
Um,
don't disagree.
let's see who else can.
Mm.
I think Bishop would be a TV show.
See, you were going Bishop. I was about to say Cable.
I'm both, either
Yeah.
one, Bishop and Cable. That
I
could
mean, they
be.
aren't they're the
I believe they're
same kind of.
brothers.
They're either brothers or dad and son, one of the two. I'm gonna have to look that up. But yeah, they have something there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think Bishop is Cable's son. Let me see.
I
Is
want to go that
Bishop
route.
Cable's son? Oh, in Marvel Comics, Cable is actually the son of Cyclops and Madeline Pryor.
Yes, Cable is Bishop. Well, what's Bishop? I knew
Bishop is the so Bishop separate character. He's the son of Aboriginal mutants Barnum and Katie Bishop.
Kate Bishop, the archer.
Katie K
Kate.
K A D E E.
Okay. I'm gonna say Kate Bishop.
Yeah,
Wait
no,
a minute.
she's not a mutant either, all in herself. But um, with Bishop often hunting Cable and Hope Summers in the time stream.
Mm.
That's what it's saying here. So Bishop is no relation to Cable, but
Okay.
Bishop could be a good. That could be a good, depending on how they want
And
to go with him.
and Method Man wants to play the character. Method Man acting is very, very good. He is a very damn good actor.
I want to say he's
And
kind of an underrated actor, to be
but he
honest with
has the
you.
built like Cable though too. You know,
Yeah,
he's already built to play a Marvel character. He has the muscles and all. It wouldn't be hard. I don't think it would be hard. Now, is he ready to take on that big role? I don't know. But he has the build, the look. It could happen.
yeah. No, Bishop would be a very because his origin story all in itself,
Mm-hmm.
you could actually make a movie about Bishop.
Mm-hmm. Let's also see what season 2 of 97 is going to do because he's going to be a main focal point in the two because he was introduced in the first season. So
Yeah.
let's see how if they give him the justice, we can be like, yeah, he could be in the movie.
Let's see who else would be.
He's out.
Let me look at the X-Men roster here.
Let's
And
see. Like you said, we would. You know what? Is Jubilee series or TV movie worthy? I don't think neither one because I don't think she's not that exciting to me.
Jubilee is
Like
I
her
think
mutant power is just to distract people.
yeah, in D&D terms, she's prestidigitation. That's all she is. Yeah. So
So I don't
if
think
you're
she's
gonna
worthy of
give her if you're gonna give her her own, I would say maybe TV show,
6 episodes.
if that maybe. One of those limited series type of thing, 4 or 5
Yeah,
episodes at most. Because there's not
I
really a
agree.
whole lot,
Because you didn't
about
even really
her
get a
that
backstory with her in the cartoon. She just
that's the
had
thing. She
mutant
was just kind
powers
of
and
there.
she was out and about, and Wolverine was destroying Sentinels.
Let's see.
Dark. What
current
about Dark
members.
Angel?
I was gonna say Angel could be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Angel could be a good one. He's a current member, right? So like I'm looking at Marvel.com and they got current and former members. Um, Let me look at the former members and see. See, so Bishop is there, Cable is there,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Darwin, Forge,
Yeah.
Havoc, Jubilee. I didn't know Juggernaut was a X Men. Um,
Well, ain't that Professor X's son, right? He's related to. He's the son of somebody.
Interesting.
Juggernaut is related to. Is it some? What did I read that? Damn it! Let me look that up.
Psylocke can be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I mean, in where they're going with it right now, I don't know if they're really going to go through the former members because there's a lot of former, like those are early comics type members.
Yeah.
Um, Iceman, that's
Yes.
I think he's more. I think he's more
TV
TV
wise.
show.
Yep.
Yeah, Katie Pride. Uh, Storm, I think, is her own movie. Wolverine's
Never
had
mind.
plenty of movies. Ooh, Magic. I think Magic can be a movie.
Oh, Juggernaut and Charles Xavier are brothers.
See, so then
Step brothers, actually.
that could be a good. See, I think that could be a good movie. You're talking about like origin stories and everything like that. That could be a good movie,
Mm-hmm.
especially with Professor X. Um, let's see, Havoc, Vulcan, Thunderbird,
Mm.
Slipstream, uh, Longshot, Lockheed, Lady Mastermind. Uh,
Yeah, these characters are probably gonna have to get reintroduced if they're gonna do that, because some of these folks probably don't even know who these characters are.
yeah, no, a lot of people are like they know the basics with
Yeah.
Cable, Nightcrawler, Rogue, Wolverine,
Yep.
Cyclops, Storm. With them. I think so. I think if you're going to give anybody the movies and you're going to kind of redo it, and you're introducing, it's not the Sony movies or anything but you're introducing the mutant era. It's
Yes.
going to be Professor X, and this we're talking about
Mm-hmm.
movies. It's going to be
Mm-hmm.
Professor X and Magneto.
Correct. Yeah, the pillars.
So you could either have them both in one movie or two movies,
Yeah.
each one of them having their own. Wolverine, Cyclops,
Mm-hmm.
Storm.
Mm-hmm. Beast. He's a part of it. He's part of the X-Men.
Yeah, but is it movie worthy part of it?
No, he'll give it. Oh, so you're just speaking on movies, not the
Yeah, I'm
TV
just
part
speaking on
aspect.
who they would give
Okay.
their individual movie. The rest of them are kind of like, yeah, you could put a TV show for them. To kind of give them a little introduction and stuff, but like giving them an actual like Iron Man, Captain America, like movies, like just
Yeah.
centralized on them.
Mm-hmm.
There's really only five of them that you can. That
Yeah.
it would make sense. Jean Grey is one of those again. Like you can give her one.
They need to redo it because the Phoenix movie was horrible.
Yeah.
That was like, we just, you know what? We're gonna throw darts at the board, and whatever the darts land on, we're gonna combine that story and we're gonna ship it out.
but I
Thank
think
God Marvel has the rights now, and Fox has nothing to do with none of the mutants anymore. Thank you.
so that if we're looking at, hold on, let me see, because I think so. I'm gonna look at the Marvel movie. I'm pretty sure Marvel movies right now they had. Let me see. So it was Captain America,
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Thor.
Thor.
Mm,
Let's see.
Hulk.
But they didn't. They never really gave Hulk his own movie.
Yeah.
Hulk has always been kind of just a part of everybody else's.
Edward Norton had his own solo Hulk.
I'm talking about like not Fox, in the
Oh, we're
Marvel
doing this all
universe.
Marvel. Okay,
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
Marvel. Yeah, so yeah, Thor, um,
Thor, Iron Man, Captain
Doctor
America,
Strange,
Doctor Strange. They gave
Spider
Captain
Man,
Marvel her own.
that
Black Panther.
Black Widow
Black Widow was hers a
movie.
movie?
It came out strictly on it was the COVID era. It went straight to Disney.
Oh,
That's why Scarlett Johansson got pissed because she thought it should have been movie theater worthy, but they put it because was nobody going to the movies. They figured everybody would be
yeah,
at home. You give it to them at home, your viewership will go up. But I don't think she was getting none of the money from the viewership because these actors get monies when the movies are being in the theater.
yeah.
So I think that was her big riff with Disney with
They
that.
gave Spider Man his own, obviously, as they
Mm-hmm.
should have. They gave the Guardians of the Galaxy theirs. They gave Ant Man his own.
Blade, Punisher,
Blade, yeah. No, well, again, if we're talking just strictly MCU, they've given Punisher a TV show, but not his own
and
movie.
no, that was still part of the Marvel studio. The two Punishers movies. It was under the Marvel banner. The one with John Travolta playing Saint, that was under the Marvel banner. It was still the studio.
Technically under the Marvel banner, yes, but it was still a Fox-made movie.
Was it? I don't think it was fine. Was it?
That's like saying the Tobey Maguire one is like,
Don't
yeah,
mention those. Don't you ever mention
I'm
Tobey Maguire
I'm
Spider
just
Man to me
saying
again.
that
I
that's like, is it Marvel
get it.
technically? Yes, but it was made by
Sony.
Sony. So it's one of those, like, when I'm looking at the Infinity Saga and everything else like that, I'm looking at those specifically.
Gotcha.
Not anything kind of prior to that, like Blade. I mean, obviously, Blade kept is the reason why Marvel is even
They got the
alive in the,
studio. Mm-hmm.
so I mean, but when we're talking about him having a solo movie in the current MCU universe, he doesn't
No, not
have
the
one.
TV shows. We got TV shows. Yes.
So it's kind of one of the, so like they have,
What was Daredevil? Was it under
Daredevil was a
Fox?
show.
No, I remember.
Daredevil, the movies for Daredevil with Ben Affleck, those were Fox.
Okay, yeah. Now I know Daredevil is the TV show. Netflix now to Disney.
So
What else? What else did we have?
so I think they've given, legitimately, there's 7 Marvel characters that they've given movies.
Yeah.
Um, so if you're looking around that kind of, era, like that idea of what they're doing. Now, if you're going into the mutants, like I said, there's really kind of 5, maybe 6 or 7 that you can really kind of give their own movie, and it would make sense and be fine. I mean, Deadpool already has his own movies, so he's kind of ahead of the
Fantastic.
curve when it
Yep.
comes to him getting as like a mutant himself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see. Trying to look at what they have here. So it's just, yeah. So let's say Professor X, Magneto, Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm,
Mm-hmm.
Jean Grey,
Mm-hmm.
maybe Rogue.
Yeah. That's about it. You want to be technical?
I'm really thinking they can do something with Nightcrawler because he's important. Nightcrawler's pretty fucking important to the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if we're talking, and that's one of the reasons where I'll kind of rank them in whether they're movies or TV shows, is the significance and importance of each character to said universe.
Correct.
So then if I'm doing that, yeah, Beast could be one too. I mean, if you gave Ant-Man one, you're gonna have to be able to. They didn't need to give Ant-Man any sort of movie love by himself, but they did. So if we're looking at that, it's going, okay. They can definitely give Nightcrawler one. They can definitely give Beast one.
What about Kang? Remember, Kang was supposed to be for Doom. Then Marvel pivoted. Jonathan Majors was about to lead it that way. That's why he was had his own show with Loki. He was in Loki. That's why he was in Ant-Man. And then he was going to spearhead because him and Doom were supposed to. When we got to Doom, them two were supposed to be, you know, because Doom is looking at everything. Oh, he got all of that.
Kang. It that one's a tough one because I feel like Kang is, and you can maybe educate me on this one because I'm not too sure about it. How involved with the X-Men was Kang?
They didn't dial into Kang with he was more with the
He was more of an Avengers villain
Avenger
than.
type thing. But
So that's where I'm kind of looking at it going, you could still do Kang in some way, but it's gonna make it again, they jumped the gun on firing Jonathan Majors and stuff like that because
absolutely.
they should have waited and then made the decisions after everything was done because
I
now
mean,
you put
because your biggest superstar was an asshole. He got a second
you
chance.
uh, exactly they've put themselves in a bit of a bind to where one, they had to now push the mutant saga earlier
Mm-hmm.
because that was something that was we weren't going to see the mutant saga for
10 years.
probably another 5 to 10 years
Yep. Because Kang was
because
going to be the lead up to that.
Kang himself was going to be a 5-10 year plan,
Yep.
and then from there you jump into Doom, which is another
Segment of the Avengers.
5 to 10. So you're looking at so Kang is one of those like it's a very interesting topic, and I wonder how they would end up doing it because the only way that I can see them doing it is inserting him into the current Doomsday storyline.
Yeah, like rewrite it, and try to fix it in a certain way. Yeah.
Because I mean, he
I mean, I
with
trust Marvel to
Reed
do that.
Richards and all of that, like Kang was a very important part in that whole thing.
I can see Marvel
So,
do. I trust Marvel to do that. I know that they can intertwine some things like with the TVA. The TVA is important to a lot of stuff to where you can mismatch or put the with Deadpool and Wolverine, telling you about the timeline, stuff
yeah.
like that. So there's ways Marvel can fix Kane if they want
But
to.
the where I run into the problem is because if they do that, you're minimizing the significance of Kang.
Facts.
So it's
Facts.
kind of like again, they kind of shot themselves in the foot on how they kind of went about the whole Jonathan Majors in situation because you had a story with a character that was at least comic book wise one of the craziest villains that the Avengers ever had to face. Obviously, Doctor Doom is top of the
Head
list
honcho.
type of thing. Like
Mhm.
he's even probably above Thanos level. Like that
Oh,
dude is
he is Omega beams tomorrow.
yeah. Like he's this is final chapter bad guy Doctor Doom. But Kang was like
The
he was
precursor.
up there.
Yeah, the
He,
precursor
he, he
to
was up there. The different that's why I say he's another 5 to 10 year guy because of the different variants of him that there were.
which they showed you in Loki.
Each one
They
of
were
those
setting it up
variants
perfectly.
could have their own
Yeah,
timeline and movie. So it's just
yeah.
kind of so
They were
if
setting
you
that up perfectly.
if you set it up in the sense of and to be honest, I mean, we'll see what they end up doing in Doomsday, because next year is Secret Wars, and that, to me, I'm looking at it going, are they pushing the Doomsday timeline too quickly? It took, because think about it this way. It took them 10 to 15 years to finally put a punctuation on the Thanos storyline. For Doom, they've sped it up, obviously, because of what happened with the situation with Kang. But with Doom, you're pushing that within a 5-year period. Even though Doom himself could also be a 10, 15-year buildup
Yeah.
for everything that he has done. He's got a couple of variants of himself as well. How they introduced him with the Fantastic Four, it was kind of like, well, shit, his story with the Fantastic Four can also be, but before he even gets to fighting all of the Avengers, the timeline with him against the Fantastic Four is like another five plus year. You can
Yeah.
make up probably 3 good movies out of that.
So are they rewriting this because the Fantastic Four, Doom went to space with them? And this one now, the new Fantastic Four, he didn't go to space with them.
No,
So I'm wondering how they're gonna do that, how they're gonna change the narrative with that.
I mean, obviously you can, because it's the multiverse and everything like that. Different
Yeah.
timelines, different ways that things happen. This Doctor
As we're
Doom
getting
is
the Tony Stark variant of Doom. Yeah,
this
I get
this
you.
this Doctor Doom is in this timeline didn't go to space with them, but in a
Right,
different timeline could have,
right.
and different. There's that's kind of the beauty of multiverse. The fact that because there are so many different scenarios,
Mm-hmm.
you can go with either one and not necessarily be wrong in doing it.
Facts. Factual.
So that's where, with multiverse, it's kind of like, oh, even in the comic books, there's so many different timelines and things that happen to where it's just like you said, throw a fucking dart at the board, and whatever it hits, we can go with that storyline and it'll still make sense.
Yeah, that's why I believe Marvel brought in a TVA just for this. That
Yeah.
explanation of bringing him in and how Loki is going to be the key of all this now too as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there's so many directions they can go in. That's why if you're up on your comic books, you will be lost.
But it's like yeah, that's the thing with Kang. They could have done a lot with Kang,
Or just
because Kang,
recasted them. They didn't have to cut it all through. Just okay. We've seen characters get recasted in the middle of a season, the next movie on. Hell,
yeah,
Rhodey got casted after the first movie.
you know,
So they could
it
have recasted Kang. I don't know what they were doing. I don't
yeah.
know.
Instead of just recap. Oh, I mean, and you got to also think about it this way. Jonathan Majors did such a good job
True. I'd have been mad. Yep. I'd have been mad.
recasting him,
I'd have been mad.
although it
Yeah.
would have been understandable on why.
But we'd
The
have hated it.
person who filled in those shoes would have
Probably
needed
would.
to be better
Absolutely.
and like miles above Jonathan
Absolutely.
Majors in that process.
Hell, because when I told
And
people when Ant Man came out, I said I'm not going to go see Ant Man. I'm going to go see the Destroyer. I want to see how they're going to do. Because from the TV show with Loki, I'm like, oh, they got it right. Now let's see him in the movie aspect. Killed it.
yep,
That speech he delivered towards the end, oh, that was Oscar worthy. I don't
yeah,
care what nobody say.
yeah. That's why I'm saying it's like you could have recasted him, but
We wouldn't have been
and,
happy.
and may and maybe they tried. I don't know. Maybe they tried looking for other people to recast, because I remember there being rumors about recasting and who they were going to have, and there were plenty of people that they had in mind to do so. The guy who played Was it Boyega or something like that? He was in Star Wars.
Star Wars.
He was one of the guys. I remember them specifically because like the look and everything. Yeah, he kind of has that look about him.
He wasn't tall enough.
He what? But that's what I'm saying. They probably tried to recast him, and during that process, going
Fuck it.
fuck, Jonathan Majors put us in a goddamn bind because he did too good.
I can see that. I can see that.
So now we've got to basically jump the
Scrap the whole deal.
timeline a little bit
Yep.
and kind of go from there. It's just
You
I
said
was
something
looking at
that
that going, yeah,
kind of intrigued me in what we're saying now. They can rewrite this. I mean, how many times have we seen a movie go backwards a little bit to come forward? They can slightly do that, especially if we're talking about the multiverse. Bring one of his variants. You can still introduce Kang a certain way.
then you would have to push back Secret Wars, which I would be okay with if
I'm
it was
fine with
done
that.
right.
I'm fine with that because that's a lot they're gonna have to pour in. Which Spider-Man version is going to be leading it? Okay,
The Young
they better
Avengers.
not bring Tobey Maguire to lead this. God damn it! It should be Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire. Leave it alone. That's so. Are you going to even bring the symbiote Spider-Man? Is that the one that's going to be leading it? So many questions.
You still got to, you still got to give Miles Morales his due as well.
There it is. There it is. And speaking of that, I know they're doing it into the Spider-Verse, but that man needs his own live action movie. It's been too long. Matter of fact, they've had more Robins than I've seen Miles Morales introduced.
And Miles is a big key piece
He's the
in
key
a
piece of
lot
Secret
of it.
Wars too. That's the
Yeah,
thing. He's going to be a big. That's going to be Spider-Man's eyes and ears.
yeah.
So I'm okay with them pushing back Secret Wars. Definitely to get it right because you got to introduce so many characters. That's why they're doing the mutant thing because there's so much that's detailed in Secret Wars.
Yeah,
Which should be
Secret
better than
Wars.
what was the one that had Samuel L. Jackson? Which one was that one? What show was that one?
What, Invasion?
Secret Invasion. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that could have been a little bit better.
A little bit, yeah.
A little
There's
bit, and I'm glad it
still,
was a TV show instead of a movie. It fit the mode of a TV show, but there was more detail that could have went into that too.
yeah.
So if you're about to put Secret Wars on the big screen, Marvel, us fans know what we're looking at. If there's 1 inch of something that's not right in that movie, you're gonna get.
And that's the thing. So like if you have Doomsday this year, you
Mm-hmm.
can do Doomsday, but still because again, if you're gonna because I don't know if you can tell the Doomsday Secret War story without having to talk about Kang for a good amount of it.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
so yes, have they announced that they're going to do Secret Wars? Yes, but that's still something that they can push. I don't know if they've started production or
That's a
anything on it
good
yet.
question there. I think that
If
could be right.
if they've already started production on it, you're going to run into some issues. But if they haven't started production, you've announced it, but all right, everybody, you guys know that Secret Wars is coming, but there is shit that we need to do to make that movie get your like to give its due diligence to the fans. And
And if you're
Secret
gonna do
Invasion,
this,
yes, was supposed to be Dub. You're awake. Get in here.
and if you're gonna do this, please do not rush it like you did Captain Marvel, so you can fit her into the Avengers. That
The
was the
correct way. Yeah,
wrong way to do that.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, they need to do that Captain Marvel more justice because she's number one. She's a cheat code. Let's just
Yeah.
be. Let's
I'm
just
not
be.
fully.
Yeah, he can only type right now.
But like it's So yeah, Secret Invasion was supposed to help set up Secret Wars, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
but it didn't do so well. Not a lot of people didn't like it.
there's a lot of plot holes in the
Hmm.
current universe right now that it wouldn't make sense for you to do Secret Wars as soon as next year, like they're planning to do.
No, I don't think so. Unless you tell a fantastic story with this Doom. Okay.
I mean, I if I'm not mistaken, I saw that the Doomsday was going to be almost 3 hours long,
You are absolutely right.
like 2:45, somewhere around those lines,
I
2:45,
think it was
three
like
hours.
250, 254. Just rounding up to 3 hours because you know you're gonna get a little some stuff at the end. So it's basically gonna be 3 hours. And I'm here to let you know that I'm not old enough to be wearing these yet, but there might be a diaper being worn for 3 hours, man, because I ain't moving from shit. I'm just saying. I'll go take a shower immediately after the movie's over. But I mean,
But
because if they're doing it that means if you walk away, there's a potential chance you can miss a value of something.
Secret. Yeah, the more I think about it, and the more because the Illuminati pop up in my head.
Yep.
The whole there's certain storylines that, again, Secret Wars, that shit might need to be pushed back a few years, not just like.
I'm not disagreeing.
I think
They
Secret Wars may need to be pushed back. Fuck with and especially because they've already said that the amount of movies and TV shows that they're going to put out per year is going to be less than they have done. Fuck, Secret
scares
Wars
me. I
might.
agree, but it scares me.
That's a Secret Wars with the amount of shit that you need to introduce and talk about beforehand might be a 2030 movie.
You might have to do that in
You give us
chapters.
Doomsday now, which will kind of set up certain things.
Yeah.
It's going to set up Battle World. It's going to set up the whole thing. Like it's going to do that. But in between Doomsday and Secret Wars, you have to tell the story of Kang. You have to
Yep.
tell the story of the Illuminati. You have to bring in the Young Avengers. You have to do Miles Morales. You have like there's so many intricate pieces to the story
Mm-hmm.
that if you do Secret Wars without giving that information,
Yeah.
people are just going to be lost. They're not going to know what the hell is going on.
And you have to give us a little bit more Kamala Khan because she's the one that's going to be leading the Young Avengers. So we need a little bit more Kamala Khan. I mean, her show was fantastic.
Yeah,
I enjoyed
for sure was
every
good.
bit of that. And then when they put her in the Marvels, I'm like, that should have been just her by herself. And then them, Monica Rambeau, assisting her. It should have been the Marvels. But I don't know. I don't know what Marvel's doing with that one at least.
Yeah, it's just the more I look at it, the more it's just kind of like timeline, what they have and what they need to do, and it's yeah, there's so much that
Yeah.
you can't introduce a lot of these intricate characters during the Secret Wars movie itself. You can't because again, people are just going to be lost.
Yep.
Like, what does this character have anything to? It's, I mean, okay, people who have read the comics, who have been, Marvel fans, all that kind of stuff forever, won't be as lost, but they'll still be upset that the players that are getting introduced didn't get their due diligence getting moved into the whole story. You're not going to just throw in Miles Morales during Secret Wars and expect everybody to be okay with it, because again,
Correct.
he needs to have that build up story. Okay, for the casuals, they're going to be like, what the hell is Miles Morales doing here? Like, what did he do to, kind of get into? Everyone's gonna be like, well, he did this, he did that. Well, why didn't they explain that? You're right. Why didn't they explain that? They should have had, something for Miles. They
Oh
should
yeah.
have the Young Avengers getting together. It's like you should have a Young Avengers movie before you even have Secret Wars.
I'll even be okay with Miles Morales in a miniseries. If that's your way of introducing him, fantastic. Give me just like they're doing with the little special with the Punisher. Give me something like that.
Yeah,
It's
there has to be
it,
some sort of explanation.
it has to be. And if you're considering Into the Spider Verse his introduction into it, no. No, no, no.
As good as those movies are, again, it's not doing right by the character in the importance that he brings to the universe.
Thank you. Thank you.
It just, it's not my opinion. I'll say that because I know a lot of people are, what are you talking about? That I get it. I understand how people function and stuff when it comes to these storylines and stuff.
Yeah.
But opinion wise, they need to do right by a lot of these characters.
Mm-hmm.
And Secret Wars again is that build up, is that comic that everything from Infinity Time all the way to now
Yeah.
is all the stories culminating and clashing in basically one final fight against Doctor Doom.
Yes.
Or it's in Secret Wars is basically God Doom. At that point.
We're not ready for that one yet.
No, that's what I'm saying.
We
Like
are
I
not
you
ready
you
for that.
but Secret Wars, that's who's running it.
True. True. True.
That's
True.
who's running Battle World is fucking God Doom. And if we're not ready for that right now, we're not going to be ready for that by next year.
And plus, that's too much information to be given right then and
Oh
now.
my God, way too much information. Hell, you might be able to give Doom his own movie to explain certain, aspects of it. His own TV show to explain certain aspects of it.
Yeah.
But right now, it's just, there's too many holes. There's too many comic book lore and historical references that need to be made that they have not even come close to doing yet. So like that's just, I mean, with X-Men 97, the new TV show or the new season, Jesus. Can't talk today.
Mm-hmm.
Uh with the new season, I am kind of wondering, are they going to make this animated series tie into the MCU in some way, shape, or form? And if they do that, what information is it going to entail?
Correct.
Because again, Doctor Doom, when it comes to his fight with the X-Men and the mutants, is not as big.
Correct.
For the mutants, the ones you're looking at are for the mutant era. The big bad for the mutant era, that's Apocalypse.
Yes.
We know that,
Which we
that's what's coming later on.
which we already got a glimpse of Apocalypse in the Fox version of the X
Yeah,
Men.
but
So
I don't even think that one was done correctly.
no,
I
no,
looked at that one.
no.
It's like, okay, they gave you a little bit of them, but like the shit that Apocalypse did, that like again, he's a Thanos level of 10, 15 year time period for the mutant era that needs to happen.
Bro, he can cause so much havoc. It's not even. He controls
It's
every what? He controls the elements. He pretty much has the power of pretty much every X Men per se, because he's the father of all this. Correct?
the original mutant. I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so. I could be wrong.
Well, we know who's the leader of the symbiotes. We know who that is,
Hmm.
and he's being introduced in the movies now too. That's just from film.
And no, all
Great.
himself could, be a big bad that they can deal with at least for a 5 year period.
I mean, he is the symbiotes.
Yeah.
He is their daddy.
You know?
Noel is crazy.
It, so that's why I'm saying like there's so many things that have to be done before, and I say have to because again, Secret Wars is just a culmination of everything that has happened.
Yeah.
And you can't tell that story without giving that information first.
I,
So it's like you're gonna have to push back Secret Wars like quite a bit
I'll say
for
about a
it to actually make sense.
should be damn near close to 5 years.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like 20, 30 shit. And depending on how they do things, it could be longer. And then from there, after Secret Wars, you get into the real mutant era, Apocalypse,
Mm-hmm.
the whole thing. But again, they put themselves into a bit of a bind. They should have only announced Doomsday and not Secret Wars.
I agree. I agree.
They should have left Secret Wars out of it until they actually had a decent idea of what info and everything that they were going to bring into it. Because
Excuse
now you're putting in a movie as soon as next year as
me. Mm-hmm.
basically a part 2 to Doomsday when it's not. It's its own. Secret Wars is its own entity.
Yeah.
Do not look at you can't look at Doomsday and Secret Wars the same way as um um the same way as you looked at Infinity Wars and Endgame.
Yeah.
You can't look at it that way. It's completely different. So it's not a two-parter. I don't think people understand that. It's not a two-parter.
Yeah.
Secret Wars is completely different. So it's man, and again, this is where I'm thinking like Marvel's going to end up shitting the bed on this one
Mm.
because they're going to give it to us too soon, trying to jump into the mutant era too quickly.
Yeah.
And then from the mutant, I think what they're rushing to get into the mutant era so they can tell that 10-15 year story about Apocalypse and the mutants and everything like that. But again,
Yeah.
they're rushing it to us. They're not giving the proper due diligence to to certain characters and a event that is way too important to the Marvel world.
Yeah.
It is way too important of an event for you to just gloss over to get to something else. Like that's where I think they can end up really shitting the bed on it. That's really kind of one of those. I hope they do something right by it. If they have to
You
go
both.
against their own words and what it is set to start film. Okay, so they should if it's supposed to start filming in
Yeah.
June, stop all plans. Like stop all plans. Doctor Sinister, like there's a lot.
I thought he was introducing the last one of the last episodes of season one, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he was. I think he was mentioned in some way, shape, or form.
Some way, somehow, like a vision of him or something like that.
But if they haven't already started on production of Secret Wars, do not start now. If they're supposed to start in June and you haven't even come out with Doomsday yet,
Which is in December.
to get a reaction from the fan base first, you're jumping the gun, heavily jumping the gun. You can like whatever plans that they have to start in June, postpone. Postpone it. That needs to be something that okay, let's really kind of sit back and look. Starting in June to get again a story because you're starting production on Secret Wars when you haven't even introduced main players for said movie. It's gonna fuck everything up. And come Secret Wars, people are gonna have so many to complain about. Why did the Infinity Saga work? Because they built up Thanos' character for 10 to 15 years. Endgame was a 10 plus year project that worked because they slowly built the stories and told the stories the right way. Now, why go against that formula and rush everything else after that?
Yeah. Here's their here's the lineup. So we get Spider-Man first, July 31st.
Mm-hmm.
Avengers Doomsday, December 18th. Avengers Secret War, which it says at the conclusion of the multiverse saga. Then we get Blade, Armor Wars, Doctor Strange 3, and Black Panther 3. So that's their list of things that are. How are you ending? Oh man! So that means they're gonna just throw. You're gonna get just Miles Morales thrown in. That's what it seemed like it's throwing to me. That's gonna be his introduction, unless they introduce him in the new Spider-Man movie. That's the only way. Or they're just gonna cut his character out of Secret Wars, which would
Which
be
would be a fucking
disgrace.
bonehead move. Oh, that would be so stupid.
So
But
that
then
just
you're
tells
talking
me
about
that he's gonna be introduced to Spider-Man. Something I can think of.
Armored Wars after Secret Wars? How?
That's how it looks like. It says, yeah, you get Avengers Secret Wars first. You got Blade to be determined, and then Armor Wars to be determined, and it's developed as a movie now.
Even Blade being after Secret Wars is makes no sense.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
I don't like that. I don't like that.
X-Men. A reboot is expected to be a major part of Phase 7, possibly starting in 2028. Deadpool 4 early ideas are in the pitching stage. And they ain't even got, I don't even, when they're going to do Shang-Chi. Good Lord.
And that's
Yeah, they
another
got
one that's
they got a lot of things going on that, and ain't Shang-Chi supposed to be part of Secret Wars too?
yes. That's what I'm saying. How the fuck are you going to say we're ending the multiverse saga, but then you have movies with characters
That are
that
in
are
it.
intricate to the multiverse saga? Afters said that doesn't make any sense to me. That makes no
Yeah.
sense to me. Maybe somebody in the comments or something, wherever to our fellow nerds out there, explain to me how that makes sense. Like, because that to me is just that's a whole shit show that fuck it, yeah, I don't see that working. I don't see that working at all.
I'm trying to see what they're. Then they still got a Vision Quest series they're working on. That's supposed to come out in October, I believe.
And you need at least one more Fantastic Four movie to come out before Secret Wars.
Let's get rid. Hold on.
Oh, this is.
Yeah, they are. Shit, I gotta take this. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back.
Yep, yep. Like I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me, like at all. That is such a weird move. How are you gonna quote unquote end the multiverse saga, but then after that make or put out movies that are supposed to deal with the multiverse saga before Secret Wars? The new Black Panther movie that's supposed to be before Secret Wars. Why is that being after? If you're going into the mutant era, you need to be talking about the mutants, not going back to talking about the OG or new or young Avengers. That, good Lord. Feige, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? What is the plan here? Because you need, again, you either need to have movies or TV shows at least once every 2 months a clip in order for in order for this to make any sort of sense. If they want to catch up to what the story is supposed to be, I don't know. That's weird to me. That's really weird to me. I don't know what the plan is, but when you look at the lineup that Mizzle just mentioned, I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Again, maybe somebody can explain it. You know how that would make sense or how it would work. Um, and when you explain it, let it be logical. Let's not just be homers about it. Let's like have it make sense. Because most of the complaints that everybody has is like, oh, it needs to be comic book canon. It needs to be, as close to the comic books as it possibly can. Well, the route that it's going right now, it's not in that timeline. It is not in it's not canon with the comic books. So somebody needs to explain to me how the fuck that's gonna work. You can't tell me, oh yeah, this is gonna be fine, while then complaining to me why isn't it comic book accurate? It's either one or the other. Either you don't give a shit that it's comic book accurate and you're good with what they're doing, or you do care and there's something that needs to be done with it. Because what Mizzle just said in the list of what they're going to be coming out with soon makes absolutely no sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
Miles, Young Avengers, New Avengers, the whole thing, like the stories in that all in itself. The new Black Panther, T'Challa's son, like that.
I hope that's the route they're going.
That's not mutant era shit though.
True.
That's Young Avengers before Secret Wars shit right there. That you can't tell me, oh yeah, Secret Wars is gonna end phase 6 and then we're gonna move on to the mutant era. But by the way, the first 4 movies that we're gonna put out have nothing to do with the mutants. That's fucking weird. That makes no sense to me. If we're trying to be comic book accurate, then be comic book accurate.
Correct.
Give the timeline the right due that it's supposed to have. But, I
Let it
mean,
form.
it has to, because that shit right there is just the way that's set up is like that's you're setting it up to fail. All of this work. In order for this to work, all the work that you put in, the stories, the timeline, everything that you've put in is going to be all for fucking nothing. You might as well have just ended after Endgame and just never made a Marvel movie or show or whatever after that. Because what they're doing right now seems so. They're almost pulling a DC.
Ooh.
They're rushing everything.
Ooh.
They're rushing everything without giving you the actual stories that you need to hear to get to said events.
Yeah.
Like
That's
good God, that's not what Marvel wants to do. Please do not go the DC route. Holy shit, do not go the DC route, I beg of you. Do not rush things and do not put movies in places that they don't belong, talking about different timelines. If you're talking about different timelines, then it's still the fucking multiverse saga. You are not in the mutant era if you are still going back and forth between different timelines.
yeah, that then you're really confusing the fans.
That I don't know, man. I don't know. That to me is just it's weird. It's just it's weird. I don't like it. I mean, hopefully the movies and everything like that can be good. I don't even know because like especially with what we talked about before with Marvel firing their whole fucking art department essentially. and trying to go to AI and stuff like now, I almost feel like I'm gonna hate everything that comes in now.
Good Lord.
Like it's everything is gonna be so sloppy and so horribly done that I'm just looking at it going like, it's not even worth it. Why ruin your reputation like that?
Yeah.
Like you just completely in. You're basically saying Thanos was the biggest and best villain that there was,
And
and we
that's it.
can't do any better than that.
Right.
All the other villains and stuff like that after that are, basically secondary compared to Thanos, which is not true. Was Thanos a big bad? Absolutely. But we found out later after the Infinity Saga, oh shit, Thanos wasn't the worst of the worst.
Right.
You know,
He's a
guys,
big
go look at
softy compared to what's coming.
go look at the comics and see what Doctor Doom did to Thanos, and you come and tell me who's better. You tell me who's worse off or who's the worst villain by watching that fight. Well, it wasn't even really a fight, to be honest with you. It was kind of an exchange of words, and then it ended. Like it. Oh God! Don't do it, Marvel. Don't do it.
Don't.
Don't become DC. Don't become DC. There's too much at stake for the rep. Like you're going to be losing more money than anything by going this route.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you have to be able to tell the story properly, and if you're rushing it to this extent because you have no patience to do another 10-15 year project like you did in the Infinity Saga, then you need to find somebody else who does. Feige, hey, you've done great, sir, but time to go. Time to find somebody else who actually has patience.
Mm, mm, mm.
Because yeah, I don't. That makes no sense. That's so weird to me. That is so weird to me. Because I'm even looking at in that 10-year period for Thanos, you had four Avengers movies.
Yeah.
You had the original, you had Age of Ultron,
Mm-hmm.
and then you had Infinity War and Endgame. And since then, there have been no other Avengers movies. The next Avengers movie that you're going to have is Doomsday. What? Like that. Uh, JP for executive. Shit, if I had the money, I would. 4.5 if you include. So, yes. Well, okay. Yeah. That makes sense. But actual, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Avengers titled movies, they've only had four. Four. I mean, Avengers Civil War shouldn't have been Captain America. Civil War should have been Avengers Civil War. That's what it
Yeah.
should have been. Um, but I mean, that's neither here nor there. Regardless, you had four Avengers movies, 4.5 Avengers movies before you came to the finality of Thanos.
Yeah.
And since then, you've done no Avengers movies at all. And you're already going to give your second Avengers movie since Endgame is already your finality to the big boss. You're rushing it. And let me see, when was Endgame was Endgame was 20, so 7 years.
Wow.
7 years since Endgame, you haven't had one other Avengers movie? And you're going to already give by year 8 the finality of Doctor Doom? Iron
Oh
Man was the
no.
first one that came out. That was 2008.
Damn. Damn.
So
Wow.
you gave 2008 to 2019, over 10 years of buildup for Thanos. And you're giving me 8 for Doctor Doom? For Doctor Doom, you're going to give me 8 years.
Hey.
Hold on. Not even that, because they started with Kang and they reverted and went somewhere else. So you're giving
Yes.
me less than 7 years, less than 8 years. You're giving me basically 4. 4 to 5 years of Doctor Doom's story? Nah, nah, fuck that. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that at all. Hell no, I am not okay with that. That nah, bullshit. That's I call heavy bullshit.
He
Feige,
said
you
that.
need to get your fucking shit together, dude. Hell no. Absolutely not. Oh my god. I shouldn't have looked that up because now I'm even more pissed. You gave me pretty much 12 years of a build up for Thanos, and you're
Yeah.
giving me just 4 for Doctor Doom. Oh my god. That's
Crazy.
such a rush job that it's not even funny. It's not even funny. I can't even laugh at that because it's just because you gave me basically 2 years of a build up for Kang, decided to scrap those ideas, and then started the build up for Doctor Doom with only 4 years before you're giving me Doomsday, and then year 5 you're giving me Secret Wars. Yeah, Feige, you got to go, bro. I'm sorry, you got to go. You got to go. Somebody else has to take up, have more patience, have be able to set back the timeline. Doomsday can be one of your Avengers movies, cool, but you're gonna need to have 2 more Avengers movies before you even have come close to talking about fucking Secret Wars.
Yeah.
It needs to be the young, and if they sit there and go, "Oh well, the Thunderbolts, that's the new Avengers, that counts as fuck you." No, it doesn't.
They're not even the Avengers. Stop it.
That's not even that's we're not counting that as an Avengers movie. Just because they titled themselves the New Avengers at the end of it doesn't mean shit. All right, like you still have the Young Avengers. You still have probably another event. So you have Doomsday. You need to have put Kang back in there.
Yeah.
You have to put Kang back in there. I mean, because if you can basically put Age of Ultron, which if you really look at it, Avengers Age of Ultron, you can help me remember if because if I don't remember, somebody else can maybe help me remember. Was there any build up to Ultron?
Not that I no, I don't think so.
So they
I think they
hastily just put in Age of
just
Ultron before not they didn't even really talk about him.
no,
And
I don't
Ultron
recall.
himself is a pretty fucking big deal.
Yes. Because
And
basically it's what's that? It's the server. I can't think of the server's name right now.
Jarvis?
Yes, isn't it Jarvis? Yes.
I
Ultron is
believe so.
Jarvis. Yes.
So like you hastily threw Age of Ultron in there. So you can't you're telling me you can't throw in another or a Kang Dynasty
They can do
in
whatever
the
the hell
middle
they want
before
to.
Secret Wars?
Hey, they
You're
can do
you're
whatever they
telling
want
me
to.
you can't give me a Young Avengers movie before that? You can't. Oh, Feige, you gotta go, bro. I'm sorry. You gotta go. Somebody else needs to come in and take over the timeline. Do whatever it is that they need to figure it out. Either Kevin Feige needs to get smacked in the head for a reset, or they need to find somebody else because no, you're not going to give me 4 years of a build up for Doctor Doom and expect me to be okay with that when you completely
I told you, you
overlooked.
for executive producer. I'm trying to tell you.
If I had the
Take
money to
over the
do it, I
Kevin
would
Feige mantle.
absolutely. If I had the money to do it, I'd absolutely do it. But like, nah, that's not. No, I'm not good with that. I'm not okay with that. That a horrible rush job. I'm again, this is my opinion on it, and I've got a couple guys here that are
your writers.
that that are agreeing me with it. But I'm sure most Marvel fans can agree with me in saying that a rush job is a bad job. We're not going to get the story that we want
As
because of it.
a Marvel and a DC fan, the DC fan in me is saying I agree.
But it's like you're going the DC route with rushing everything, and it's like no, nope, 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 not good, not good at all.
Yeah. So I don't disagree, man.
Yeah, Secret Wars should be. Now that I look at the timeline and kind of see how everything is work, shit, Secret Wars shouldn't even be a thought right now, up until maybe 20. So we're in 2026 right now.
2029 at least.
Nah, 2035.
Shit, I hope to be around if they ever do that.
Yeah. and,
God
and
willing.
and and I say 2035 because again, there's the amount of stories that they need to tell before getting to that point is going to take you another 5 to 6 years to do correctly.
But do you think the reason why some of the stuff was rushed was because, for example, WandaVision WandaVision did a good job of setting up Doctor Strange 2, but Doctor Strange 2 didn't do so good in theaters.
No.
No, that was 2.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, again, Deadpool and Wolverine did what Doctor Strange 2 was supposed to do that didn't do.
Reach within the
Right.
TVA a little bit more.
So,
Which led you to the TVA.
which we have that. Because
Fuck you, Fox.
that too. Because, I mean, really, Loki did a better job of setting up the TVA than freaking Doctor Strange 2 did.
Yeah.
Loki, that was fantastic. I mean,
now realistically, Loki really should have set up,
Kane. Loki should have set up Kane instead of Ant-Man setting up Kane.
Yeah.
But what do we know?
And that's another reason why, because Ant-Man and the Quantumverse didn't do so hot either, which
Nope.
I still haven't seen to this day.
Really? You didn't miss much.
I know I didn't.
You didn't miss much.
You could fast forward until the fight with Kang, and that's
yeah.
about
You can just go right. And like I said earlier, that speech Kane delivered, you felt every piece of what he was saying.
Oh, it was passion,
Yeah.
huh?
Oh, Jonathan Majors showed you a whole lot of passion when that man was just sitting there in that little crater thing, and he was delivering his speech. I'm like, I felt every piece of that.
Yeah, that's just...
you know that. That's the only reason why I went to go see Ant-Man. It wasn't to see Ant-Man. Destroyer. I'm here to see the Destroyer. And he did not disappoint.
Ant-Man is just okay. People, Ant-Man. So, the Ant-Man who's important to everything is not the Ant-Man who's being shown in the MCU.
You talking about the Michael Douglas version?
Hank
Pym.
Yeah, Michael Douglas character. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the one.
Pym is the Ant-Man that you need to be focused on.
And his wife.
The original wife. They are the ones who you need to actually... The Ant-Man that...
They're the original one who found the
character
quantum
Ant-Man is not really the guy that... He's a secondary character at best. Pym is really the one that you really need to have that focus on.
Yeah, because he's the brain.
Yes, Hank Pym.
He's the smartest one.
Which you kind of got that in game when Cap found those extra particles.
Yep.
In his office at the Marvel or at the
Tower
compound in New Jersey, where the idea of Captain America was formed by
this is
Howard
horrible.
Stark, among others.
There is so much stuff that they can dial into that they're just going to leave out. You know, because every director wants to put their own little twist on something. Bro, stick to the fucking comic book. Make us happy. I guarantee you we'll make a ton of money.
I'm saying it's like I don't know why people.
They don't want
The
kids to
egos
cry
of
when
some of
an
these
Optimus Prime
directors
died.
and producers.
I'm
is
sorry.
Just...
There's going to be a lot of more disappointment in life than your fucking favorite character dying.
I know. But for example, the G.I. Joe movie, Duke was supposed to die, did die, but because kids were so heartbroken over Optimus, they put Duke in a coma. Now, obviously, they brought Optimus back to life because Rodimus Prime sucked as a Prime. So, they had to bring the greatest Prime of all time back.
Yep. I'm sorry. The characters die.
I know.
Look here. Did anybody shed a tear when Uncle Ben died?
I did.
No. Well, okay, you're different.
Well, that reminded me of Pop.
I mean, you're a different person. I'm just saying.
True.
I didn't fucking cry when Uncle Ben died. You know why? Because that was the force of getting Spider-Man. Somebody has to go so they can be a great hero.
With great power comes great responsibility.
So guess what? If Optimus Prime died, you should have made Rodimus Prime more a little bit equal to Prime.
Or Bumblebee, or make Bumblebee.
Make Bumblebee. Your characters are going to die. Hell, in life, people die. Quit babying these kids. That's what's wrong with this country.
He cried when Starscream died.
Okay, I did. I mean, he's an asshole. Takes an asshole, not an asshole. Okay? Just die. It happens.
All right.
And did you see me throw a hissy fit? No.
How many times did Megatron die in the Transformer base?
Jeez. Man.
Like, yeah, there's a lot that needs to. Again, I don't. I'm not liking the direction that it's going. There's too much information that still needs to be.
I forgot one character. Did anybody fucking cry when Tony Stark died besides Spider-Man?
I mean,
Cap did.
I'm sure a lot of people did.
Oh, human, no.
Oh, are you talking like actual characters?
Oh, us. Did we cry when Tony Stark died?
I mean, the moment was emotional, but again, you knew
Felt it.
You knew where the direction was supposed to go.
More getting thrown off the damn cliff than fucking
Thank you.
Stark.
Tony Stark needed to die for certain things to happen.
Yes. But those that have since knew that he had to make the ultimate sacrifice.
You know,
because of his character, it came full circle. Because when Cap said in the first Avengers, "You're not the one to make the hero move," and what happened? He made the hero move.
Right.
Yeah.
So Optimus had to die for the greater good of the next. So
correct.
Yeah, again, there's.
Oh no, maybe
so
we were
much.
just built for it tough because we seen a lot of our characters die in some form of way or.
Well, here, okay. Boys and girls, here's a secret. When you go to war, unfortunately, people die.
Yep.
That's the casualty of going to war. Even if we have no business being in wars, this is what happened. Now,
are you segueing to the reason why I was late getting into Vegas?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. I had 2 grandfathers that were in war. Fortunately, they came back home. But there's a lot of people that left home and never came back.
And even the ones that do come home still have pieces of themselves missing.
Yes.
They're still there. They're not fully back into our world. They're still out there like, I got to guard my shit. I got to look at every angle.
Watch your 6.
Exactly.
Yep.
It doesn't go away.
Yeah.
Just like when you have somebody that's been in prison for like damn near 20 to 30 years, and they come out. They don't know how to function in this world. Because why?
Like Fleece Johnson.
So stop it. We're not talking about him. Okay? Even though that's where David needs to go. That singer, he needs to go have a nice conversation with that guy. But that's not what we're talking about right now.
On that note, I mean, obviously
You'll understand.
we can talk about the Marvel timeline and where they're going all day long, but we have other things to talk about here. EJ was supposed to get on; he was supposed to talk to, but we got to talk about it at least a little bit. The Michael Jackson biopic,
which has already shattered the budget that it was. The budget was $200 million. The first
God
day it went
damn!
over 20.
I don't know why they said it at 200.
Well, you got to even think about it. Michael had a lot of pyro. He had a lot of things, the glitz, the glamour, the settings, the stage, everything where he had to go. Look here. I think $200 million was being a little under for Mike.
Like I
It
said,
should have went to $500 million. That boy, $100 million.
You just proved my point.
200, that's all you gonna give for the king of pop? Shit. But anyway, it has already surpassed the budget.
Yeah, so it's already making
And just you didn't think this movie was not going to sell. Think about it. Michael has been rocking in every damn decade until he passed.
From the 60s to the early 2000s.
Think about that.
and even
Michael was around when my
his
mom was
music,
young.
even from beyond the grave, his music is still timeless.
He's still the highest grossing artist that has passed away. Still getting over 100. Still getting over 100 million a year.
And we talked about it, on the group chat and everything. Had Mike not been killed, one, he would own the entire music industry right now.
Yes.
He'd be a billionaire, and the music industry would be completely different than what it is right now.
Still will be probably putting out music that's still relevant.
Yeah.
He didn't have
100%.
He didn't have to moonwalk no more, kick, nothing. Mike, just get in the booth, sit in the chair, busting pipes out. Let's go.
You know he's still gonna kick.
Come on now. The he was still gonna be strong. But what I'm just saying.
Just as long as he didn't do auto tune, that's it.
Mike didn't need auto tune.
I just got a text message. My glasses are ready. Woo!
Oh yeah,
he's get those motherfuckers now.
He's in the part of the 4-Eye Bandit now. Welcome. Oh. We welcome you.
Hell yeah. I might actually go get those today.
We welcome you.
Hell yeah. They said it would be on the 5th, but I get them early. Woo! All right. People, why are you excited to get glasses? Because I haven't been able to see far forever.
So he can fucking see.
It's like I'm nearsighted. I haven't been able to see past a quarter mile in a long fucking period of time. I need to stop straining my eyes while doing that. Right? Unless it's a big ass billboard with big ass words, I can't see that shit from afar. That bothers me.
These babies have been part of my life since I was 5 years old.
So I need them shits.
You should do contacts.
Fuck no.
I'm good. I'll just put on the glasses that work as shades as soon as I go outside. I'm cool.
Hey, if James Hopkins score glasses look dignified, I will be like my grandfather. No. Because trying to put contacts in your eyeball, that's just doing too much.
I don't see anything wrong with wearing glasses.
Motherfuckers, I'm gonna make those motherfuckers look good. I promise y'all that.
Just like these Gucci frames.
So I got the ones that almost have that Ray-Ban look to them as well. I'm about to be styling and profiling with those on.
I have come a long way with my glasses. My parents
when we get done with this show, I'm gonna go get those motherfuckers.
He was Punch.
Oh, I had CHPs. Yeah, I had the big, wide, freaking things.
But we were talking with EJ. We gave EJ the history lesson, especially with the American Dream. Michael Jackson story.
Watch it.
Got people, man. I mean, because they left out a lot. All right, well, watch the American Dream.
Yeah,
and you'll get more of the story and everything in there because that's a great show.
Understand that Joe Jackson whooped his kids in the face.
Trauma came with it, but yeah, that's what it's. Here's a question I have. Is Jermaine jealous of Mike?
Yes. Jermaine made it.
He was supposed to be the lead singer.
Jermaine was originally the lead singer because it was originally the Jackson 4. Now, what people may not know is Tito is the originator of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Tito, get me some tissue, huh?
Yeah.
Pass the syrup.
Yeah. Tito originated the band. Jermaine was originally supposed to be the lead singer.
Stop teasing.
Then, of course, Michael singing Climb Every Mountain, which, again, Catherine knew the talent. Joe didn't see it.
Yeah, that school talent show was ultimate.
Then once Joe saw it, Joe saw money.
Yep.
And like, Mike, get your little 5-year-old ass up in there.
Yep.
And not to mention, again,
tell everybody you're 8, but you're 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Then, of course, Michael watching James Brown and Jackie Wilson ridiculously, and then him doing the splits. You ain't having Jermaine doing the splits on a guitar.
No.
Okay. Then that's
Can't moonwalk hitting the guitar.
Then that started the whole judgment.
I don't know why I just saw it today that apparently Jermaine had a diss track to Mike.
Yeah, word to the bad. And Mike heard it. Mike went to Havenhurst. Him and Jermaine had some conversations. But yeah.
Understand, people. Under that Vigalago skin, there was a black man from Gary, Indiana. Don't think for one chance that Mike didn't know how to get down. And
Hey,
by the way, Mike was an honorary Crip.
Tupac's ass, all right? So
Mike was an honorary Crip.
If that legend is true, and like Mizzle said, the Crips had Michael's back.
He was an honorary Crip.
So
there are photos with Michael holding up the seat.
History lesson, folks. The Way You Make Me Feel video, those were real Crips in the video, folks.
Yeah, Mike was gangster regardless of what anybody said.
He brought gangs together in that Beat It video.
Yeah.
Those were real gang members in that video.
Which is also inclined to the movie because I saw it on Monday. Now, again, because of legality issues, there was some stuff that was not told in the movie.
Of course. Mm-hmm. Can't know that Mike was hopping around with gang members.
Well, not just that. It's just, okay, what was one person that was kept out of the movie? The woman he's been in love with since he was 5, Diana Ross. Not one.
Wait, not one single.
Not one
mention
of Diana Ross. Not one. Because also, and yes, folks, I'm spoiling some stuff. So if you haven't seen the movie, cover your ears. But
damn, my sucks.
There was no mention of the Wiz.
The Wiz?
No mention. No mention of the Wiz movie.
I see why a lot of people are a little bit upset about the movie now because a lot of things that we know are left out.
But I think Diana Ross's legal team had a say in reason why her stuff was not mentioned in that movie. Because, again, if you watch the American Dream movie,
she was all up in there.
Holly Robinson Pete, a.k.a. Ronnie Pete's wife.
All up in Michael's face.
Played Diana Ross. But what people don't know is Susanna De Pass, who was Barry Gordy's right-hand woman at Motown.
Mm-hmm.
That was the Jackson series on ABC was produced by her. That was her production company.
Yeah, some actual facts in this shit.
So she produced that shit. Which, by the way, they couldn't have found a better woman to play her than Vanessa Williams because she was fine in that goddamn movie.
But I had also heard that Janet was not a fan.
She wasn't happy
this
with
movie.
it. No, not a fan.
Because she had, and this is from what I had read and what I had saw. She thought it was basically a money grab for Jermaine putting his son as the lead in the whole thing.
Who else was gonna play it? Would you rather have somebody that's close to the family who knows things to play the greatest singer God's created?
And as far as I know, Jafar did his fucking thing.
Jafar
and sung the songs actually too.
Yeah.
Jafar made you really think. That's Michael. I mean, Marlon has said that. Jackie has said that. Catherine visited the set in a wheelchair and all that with her 95-year-old self. God bless her.
She's still moving. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Bless her heart. And also, oh damn it, I had a thought. What they're saying is, remember when Jamie Foxx played Ray Charles? You forgot that was Jamie Foxx playing Ray Charles? They're saying the same thing about Jafar playing Michael.
Yeah, but they were saying that like Jermaine did it.
His Thriller
Jermaine did it to get his son into the acting world and all that other.
I'm not mad at that.
Now, again,
but my thing is kind of like we just said it. Jermaine put out a diss track to his own brother, and now you want your son to play your brother.
Well, heck. My question again: who else was going to do the things that Michael could without his own? Look,
Corey
Janet,
Feldman.
you should have had a son then, Janet. You should have had a son.
Corey Feldman could have played the white version at least.
Holy shit.
Well, I mean,
Well, go ahead and get Flex then. Just go ahead and get Flex to play Michael Jackson then.
I mean, they were good friends.
Go ahead and get Flex. Hell.
No, but see, no. Here's the
That's a
irony
joke,
twist.
people. I don't really mean that. That's a joke.
Here's
That's a joke.
here's the irony twist about Jafar playing Michael.
He got the actual nose.
But here's the fucked up part, because this is how fucked up Jermaine Jackson is. Jafar is Jermaine's ex from Randy's ex.
That's
that
right.
Jermaine had. So yeah,
That's right.
Jermaine Jackson got with Randy's ex-wife, who they had kids with, and her and Jermaine had Jafar. Randy and Jermaine don't speak to this day.
Oh man.
Randy can't stand Jermaine, and plus Randy is also Janet's manager, so Randy's too busy, doing stuff with his sister.
And they what? So if it wasn't for Michael, Jermaine would be the youngest, right? The youngest son.
No, Randy's the youngest son.
Randy's the youngest? Okay.
Yeah. Remember, there should have been, out of Joe's ball sack, there was technically 11. Marlon had a twin, but Marlon died. But his twin Brandon died a day after Marlon was born. So you could have had the Jackson 7. Now I don't know what I don't know what instrument Brandon would have played, but the Jackson 5 easily could have been the Jackson 6, and then Randy would have made the Jackson would have made the magnificent Jackson 7.
Damn.
Jealous of your brother, man. That's crazy. Well, you should have set appointments to meet him then. If you know what I'm quoting at, just watch The American Dream. It'll tell you all you need to know what I just said right there.
You gotta make an appointment to go see our little brother.
That lets you know how big Mike got.
Which, again...
That's the thing. But when you look at Mike, it's just like, the only animosity, at least that I've seen, Mike didn't like LaToya. Like, I knew that. I knew
nobody
that relationship
there.
Mike,
here's the thing.
Mike wanted to slap LaToya every time he's seen her. I know that part.
No. Mike and LaToya were actually close. It's when he had the first child molestation charges in '93. Now, okay. Now, LaToya did the wrong thing and married that jackass manager that she married, because a lot of the things that she said, basically her husband forced her to do that. Now, obviously, Mike and LaToya reconciled before Mike died, because when the second trial happened in like the mid-2000s, LaToya was right there side by side, and she publicly apologized and said, I was wrong, and has publicly more than once said that her brother was murdered.
Oh, we all know that.
I think we all know that, yeah.
So yes,
Mike was getting too big for the industry. They had to take him out at some point.
There was a stretch to where Michael and LaToya did not talk, but Mike was always close with the sisters. I mean, come on now. Michael's nickname for Jenna was Dunk.
I always got the sense with Michael that he loved his brothers and sisters. I always got the sense that he loved his family, no matter, like, obviously they had, shit between each other and stuff like that.
He did.
As family members and stuff like that tend to do. I mean, the shit that went on with the Jackson family, my God.
Here's the
fact that Michael didn't actually end up weirder in his adulthood is actually surprising to me.
Well, here's the thing. Catherine knew Michael was different. Catherine knew Michael was the special one. Which is why, I know the scenes have been linked out a couple of times to where when Michael said this is our last tour during the Victory Tour, which it's a damn crying shame that we never got a Thriller tour, because Joe was so hell-bent on capitalizing off of the Motown 25 with the Billie Jean performance. And thus, of course, we all know what happened in the Pepsi commercial, and that unfortunately started his addiction to painkillers, which we all know.
Yeah.
And that's why he was, forced to wear wigs. Michael wore wigs not because he wanted to, because he had to, because that scalp injury really, jacked him up.
Yep.
With that said, and again, I said this to Mizzle. I really think Joe really never loved his kids. He just saw them as dollar signs.
100%.
And also, he
And I even
probably
put that
was
to you guys in the group chat. It's
jealous.
like Joe Jackson was not your model parent for great parenting.
No, he had an affair
He-
for 25 years and ended up
yeah,
having a daughter, and she was the
the
only one.
affair,
And she was the
the
only, and that
Reba?
no, not Reba. Reba was the old.
the verbal and physical abuse, the affair, it's just like we joke about it and say, yeah, he whooped his boys into fame. There's a slight joke to that, but then when you look at the actuality of everything that happened, it's like, man, like the mental trauma that Mike dealt with his entire life. Never got the chance to be an actual kid. That's why he, when as an adult, did a lot of quote unquote childlike shit. When you don't get a chance to do something, that's why you see, I use an example for that. That's why you see a lot of the parents who had kids young, like 15, 16 years old, when their
Yeah.
kids finally become of age, when they're in their late 30s and 40s, now they want to go out and party and stuff like that because they didn't get a chance to do it in their earlier years, in their 20s and everything else like that. Same aspect comes to Michael Jackson. Was he a little weird for some normal standards or whatever? Yeah, a little bit. But in the sense of, again, he's been famous since he was 5 years old.
What childhood? What childhood did he have?
Never had one. His childhood was dance
On
and
the
sing.
road.
That's it. That's all he ever did. And in the process, if he didn't do the dancing and singing correctly, was getting his ass whooped by his dad.
Go get that switch.
It's just like
Or
one
playing with
step
Ben.
wrong, you got the belt. Like, whoa, what? Like there wasn't really a whole lot of positive reinforcement when it came to his upbringing.
Yeah.
When you can have a number one hit talking about your rat being your best friend, that's talent.
I mean, the fact that at one point the person or thing that he trusted the most was fucking Bubbles. That should tell you everything.
And a rat named Ben.
like, like
Hey, and Bubbles is still living
you
too.
had a
Yeah, Bubbles is
chimpanzee
43.
that could have actually ripped your fucking face off, but no, not Bubbles. Hell no. Bubbles was everywhere with Mike. So it's like when you look at the upbringing,
And
yeah, I can see
one of
exactly why Michael turned out the way he
one of the
did.
Jacksons went to go visit Bubbles recently.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot which one it was.
I think it was Tito.
No, not Tito. God, who was it?
Was
Somebody.
it Randy? No.
No, somebody recently in the Jackson family went to go visit Bubbles. I forgot who it was.
But wait, Bubbles is still alive?
Bubbles,
Yes.
yes, Bubbles is 43, still kicking.
Still
Yes.
kicking.
God damn! Did they get him in the movie? They should have.
Yeah, he was in the yeah.
Like the actual
No,
Bubbles?
no. But
yeah.
They
Interpretation.
had a
But-
representation of Bubbles. Okay.
but they showed the day that Michael brought him to Havenhurst. Yes.
So it's just, but it's like, yeah, like people
And his
look-
pet
I
llama.
remember. I remember back. It's like, oh yeah, Michael, he could be a child molester. He could, and then you look it back, and then like all of the statements that were made were end up like, oh, most of the kids were like, oh, our parents, put us up to that.
Okay.
The
Again.
industry or whatever put us up to that. A
All
lot of
you
the
got
shit
to
that
do-
he was
all
going
you
on.
got to do, all you got to do, is listen to Webster, Emmanuel Lewis, Macaulay Culkin, and Corey Feldman. Those three right there.
He
We'll
saved
tell
their
you.
asses.
Because
He saved them. He saved them from Epstein Island. That's how far back
Yes.
that shit goes.
Yes.
That's how
Macaulay
far
Culkin
back
to
this
tell you
shit
that
goes.
to this day.
So it's like Michael was actually probably saving more kids, if anything. All the kids that he
But we
had
wanna call him a
at
child
Neverland
molester.
was probably some that he saved from the industry.
But we want to call him a child molester.
but that's what they put out for him because they were trying to damage the reputation. But when you're one of God's chosen, that shit doesn't bother you. Because Michael was every bit of, and we've talked about it, whether in sports or we talked about it on other platforms. There are certain people who walk this planet that God just puts his hand on their shoulder and goes, go do your thing.
Yep.
It's just a gift from something that nobody else on this planet can have. And Michael was one of the, and a lot of, there were some conspiracies going that in that final tour that he was about to have,
I was going.
that he was about to reveal some shit that people were like, uh-oh. In the industry, we're like, shit. We gotta handle this before.
He kind of did. He kind of did because
on a few interviews he was talking
there
about.
was a recording out there that he blasted Tommy Mottola.
Yep.
Straight out blasted him, which is why I said, if he was still alive to this day, he would have not sold that Sony catalog that his estate did.
Mm-hmm.
He would not have. He would have been like, fuck you, I'm not selling it. I'm keeping it.
No, he would have said it in his normal voice. No, fuck you.
No, wait, here we go. So so this is how cold Michael is. Eminem did a diss track or said something bad about Michael. What did Michael go do?
Get paid.
Buy his shit. Oh, you can go ahead. Yeah. Talk that mess. I'm just gonna own you.
You're gonna pay me anyway.
I'm just gonna own you.
You're gonna pay me.
Michael was a smart, cold individual, man. That man was calculated. He knew it. He was. You talk about a petty king. My God.
Go ahead and talk that shit. Nope, I'm not gonna go in the studio and talk shit back to you.
I'm not gonna write a diss track. I'm not gonna fuck you. I'm just gonna own your music to where now you owe me money every time you put my name in your fucking mouth. Like that.
And every time your album is played, guess what? Come to me,
this
buddy.
dude owned the Beatles. Like
yes.
What?
Yeah.
Like
bought their catalog.
I'm telling y'all, like I was telling, like I said, if Mike was still alive to this day, the amount, the music industry would be so different right now. I don't think mumble rap would ever be a thing. I think hip hop would still be at probably in the golden era now. I think he would have created a record company that would have had, because let's not get it twisted, people. Michael Jackson was a fan of all sorts of music.
Yes.
Michael Jackson was a fan of rock, of heavy metal, of pop, hip hop, you name it. If it was music, Mike was a fan of it.
Do you think we would have eventually? Because it was supposed to happen with Bad. Do you think eventually there would have been a Mike Prince collaboration?
Yes.
Prince didn't die.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh yeah.
That concert tour would have been.
No question about it.
Whoa.
No question about it.
And Mike just singing to him, and then they decide to sing together. Oh,
yeah.
Come on.
It would have been. There would be no tour or no artist that would ever be able to top that.
Yep. That is.
That would have been one of those like. You talk about things that are impossible to achieve. That would have been that standard.
Or was set. Chris Brown tour.
It'd have been way better than that.
It shit on that. Not even close.
It wouldn't even be. Yeah. You got to think about it. All the music between Prince and Michael Jackson.
I get it.
A concert wouldn't be enough. They would never get through any of their music.
No. Just give me the solo guitar riff on Purple Rain and Michael Jackson dances to it. That's all I want.
Every show on the tour would be 4 to 5 hours long. And it would be a theatrical experience that nobody can even fathom to think of.
That would have been at the Sphere here in Vegas.
Oh, they have to do that outside.
Yeah, no,
that had to be
the
outside.
amount of people.
We're talking
stadiums.
That had to be outside.
But if you see what the Sphere can do.
Oh, I know what it can do.
Okay, I'm just
saying. I'm thinking more people.
Oh, it would have
We're
broke.
we're talking we're talking stadium we're talking NFL
stadium.
stadiums, that, and even then that would be standing room only. You would have the tours, like each city each city would probably have 2 to 3 days in each city, because you would have to have one show on one day to get because everybody in the city would damn near want to see the show.
Yep.
So you have 1 night, 2 night, 3 night for one weekend. Next weekend, go to the next city. Same thing. Next city, same thing. You're talking about a tour that would have generated well over $1 billion by the time it was done.
Billions.
And
Just think about the ticket sales
I do
alone.
think,
And
I
they
think
both own their masters.
that exactly. And I think
Because if you
if
didn't own
Mike
your
would have been
masters, Prince would
alive,
not do music with you.
if Mike would still be alive and Prince were still alive to this day, they would have both collaborated, not just in doing a concert and a tour together. They would have collaborated in creating a record company that no company would be able to fuck with to this day.
Yep.
They would basically monopolize the music industry. Like it wouldn't even be close. That's how talented and genius level artists that these two were.
I mean, when you
If they
lock
were-
yourself in your room for 3 days and just straight cry, rivals or not, that's ultimate respect. For those that don't know, folks. For those that don't know, folks, and Travis Smiley has confirmed this more than once, Prince locked himself in his hotel room for 3 days and straight wept over Mike.
Yep. There, like you said, there was a bit of a rivalry, but there was more respect than anyone could have ever. There was no hatred between the two.
Nope.
But
No
Prince
hatred.
trying to run him over with the car is a funny story, though.
Was it a purple Cadillac?
That I don't know, but all I know is
It had to have been. That's the only way it makes the story even better.
James Brown was at a concert. Prince and Mike were both at the concert. James had Mike come up. Mike sung a couple of bars. Did the James Brown. Michael actually asked James to have Prince come up. Prince came up. Prince kind of fell on the stage and whatnot. Prince thought that Michael was trying to outshine him, and the rumor is that Prince tried to run over Michael and Catherine in a car.
Jesus.
Now, what most people don't forget is during the Victory Tour, Jackie missed half of the tour because Jackie actually got ran over by a car by his wife because Jackie was creeping with Paula Abdul when Paula Abdul was a Laker girl.
Oh boy.
That's why
the
Jackie
amount of
missed
stories. The amount of stories that
the tour that
two...
Michael did not want to do. But because they pressured Catherine into like, Michael, you gotta do it for the family. And Michael was not gonna say no to Catherine.
Nope.
No.
But then when they got back to him and said, this is our final tour. And like I said, the one time he had the balls down, I'm like, I'm done. I'm like, I want to be on my own. I didn't want to do this tour in the first place. And even if you see some of the snippets from the Victor, you can tell that Michael's not enjoying it.
Nope. Wasn't there.
He was there, but not there. Yeah.
There, but not there, yeah. Here's one like, I could have been doing a Thriller World tour. I could have been in Germany right now.
Right.
Doing anything, again,
doing my own thing. Putting stuff together bad.
Michael Jackson was just...
Thriller never got a world tour. Just that, the most selling album of all time never got a damn tour.
And it didn't need to. It didn't really need to with the amount of money that it generated. But still,
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
They were. Keep in mind, folks. Thriller was made in 1982.
Mm-hmm.
Bad didn't come out until 1987.
Mm-hmm.
So for a 5-year span, they were still playing Thriller and Beat It before Bad even came out.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much weight Thriller carried in that 5-year span in the
Still
80s.
to this day, honestly.
That too.
Still to this day. You're talking about a record that just...
And guess what, folks? Thriller only had 9 tracks.
Yep.
9.
Mm-hmm. It's all it needed.
Hits. All hits.
Just and it's again, we're talking about an individual that just an absolute anomaly to not just the music industry but to the world. Like the man was he was something. He was something, and the fact that he was taken so soon, it's very telling. Not only like was he was a big threat to a lot of people,
Yep.
and
Of course, they don't want a
not
black
in
man
the
in power.
threat of so what?
They don't want a black man in power.
No,
They're a
no.
threat.
So and again, he would have changed the. I mean, he already did change the industry for all intents and purposes. But what he would have done with the music industry from the time he passed away till now, what the music would look very different right now. The record
Yep.
industry would look very different right now. He would be that. Jay-Z would not be a billionaire, compared to Mike, because everybody would be going to Mike, not to Jay-Z. Rockefeller Records, who gives a fuck? I'm going to Michael Jackson. That's
MJJ Productions.
like it would not have been even close. And it's one of those things that yeah, it's a what if, and you can what could have been, but like honestly, if you really think about what could have been if Michael Jackson was still alive to this day, it'd be a whole different world, entertainment wise. And he may have even dipped into the movie industry as well. I mean, he was doing short films for his music videos. He definitely could have, did a little bit of something production wise and, executive producer wise. Some of these like biopics for a lot of these musical artists. You think he wouldn't have had a hand in that?
Oh, of course.
You think he wouldn't have had some sort of, dip into certain stories because Michael Jackson knew a lot of people. So he would have had a good say. He could have been an executive producer for a lot of these biopics that came out.
Yep. Yeah.
So like he could have been dipping, not just in the music industry, but in the movie industry itself. That's how huge Michael Jackson was. Like and this younger generation, y'all better brush up on your fucking history because I'm telling y'all right now that this dude is better than anybody that y'all could ever think of.
He couldn't go anywhere.
Man had to put on disguise to walk out the house, walk anywhere.
It's just, we're talking about a guy during the Super Bowl who stood there for basically 5 minutes.
Crowd
with
went
the
crazy,
producer
crying.
in his ear going, Michael, do something. Fuck you. I'm going to do what I want.
Do you hear the crowd? I am soaking this shit in right now.
Dick Ebersol trying to tell him, when you take off your glasses, that's when we'll start. And they're all Mike's there like,
there. Mike, you can do it now.
He's like, Dick, I'm Michael Jackson. I do what I want.
Do you not hear this crowd? I am
he
soaking
sat
this
there.
shit in.
They screamed for him, and then he took the glasses off and then stood there for another 3 to 4 minutes while they continued to scream their. They even got louder in the screams when he took the glasses off.
And the band's just standing there waiting.
And he did a point. Bam, 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 bam. Like, oh, this a cold motherfucker right here, boy. That boy a cold motherfucker. That boy Mike cold, boy.
You don't put me on a fucking timer. What is wrong with you? Do you know who I am? Fuck the game. They came here to see me.
Or the saying was they saw a Michael Jackson concert at the Super Bowl.
That's exactly what you saw. That wasn't a halftime show. It was a concert.
The Super Bowl was a feature to the Michael Jackson concert. That's what that was that day.
You just had to wait to halftime to see it. That would have been me. Did you see the Super Bowl? I did, but I went to go see Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Does anybody even remember what who that Super Bowl was or how that game went down?
Super Bowl 27, Bills, Cowboys. Yep. Cowboys won 52-17.
Well, of course, you said the Bills.
Yeah, so yeah, I remember the halftime show more than I remember that fucking Super Bowl. So that and as sports fans, that should tell you everything that you need to know about Michael Jackson.
Oh, the Bills in the Super Bowl? Mike, we need you. We need you. The viewership ain't gonna be shit because the Bills don't win. Mike, save us. All right, I'm gonna save you, but guess what? It's gonna take me 10 minutes before I even say a single fucking word.
This is about to be a 45-minute halftime. I'm just letting y'all know.
How long is halftime? 30 minutes. Shit, I'm gonna need damn near an hour. An hour, Mike? Look, you need to say
respect my gangster, goddammit.
Wait, and just think about it. All they had to take off that setup because Mike bought a ton of fucking kids out on that.
Oh, they did not.
The Heal the World song?
They did not want him to sing that song.
Oh, yeah, of course. The Illuminati didn't want that. And guess what Mike said?
Fuck you.
Fuck you again. You need me to save this Super Bowl? Again, I'm going to stand there for 10 minutes.
I'm Michael Jackson.
I'm going to take my glasses off for an extra 5 minutes. And oh, by the way, I'm going to close the show by bringing a bunch of fucking kids out here. And I'm going to sing Heal the World. And we're going to make money for these kids. You with it? Because not only was that just a Super Bowl, Mike made money for those kids.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I'll probably put it to you this way. The money the NFL probably paid Mike, he said, no, give that to the kids. I don't need this shit. I don't need this shit. Give it to the kids.
They think I need this? You know how many catalogs I own, motherfucker? I own the Beatles, bitch. I don't need this money. What the hell?
This catalog is my money.
It's like Michael Jackson was a cold dude. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised.
I can see somebody else. I can see the backstage people looking like, is he going to say something?
I ain't going to say shit to him.
I'd have been in the back.
Gary, Indiana. I ain't going to say a goddamn thing to my face.
Let Michael cook. I guarantee you this Super Bowl.
I would have been like, go take a nap.
Yeah.
Go get something to eat. We're going to be here for a minute.
Let him cook.
I'm sorry. Do you know what he did to Thug Life? Fuck that. I ain't doing shit. I ain't doing a goddamn thing to Michael. Fuck that. You can go ahead and tell him. I'm good.
If that legend really is real and it's true,
I feel like it is because there's a lot of accounts of it's not just one person saying it. There's a
you hear from one person, you're like, man. You hear from two, like, okay, something's cooking. But if you hear more than 3 people saying about it,
you got 10 plus people confirming the story, like in some way, shape, or form. Whether it was a physical fight, a verbal thing, or whatever it was, Michael Jackson put Tupac in his place, like 100%. That whatever it was, whether it was physical, verbal, or both. Hey. The fact remains, Michael Jackson put Tupac in his place.
Hey, I'll just say this.
He said, "Don't let the sparkly glove and the red jacket fool you, motherfucker."
Hey, the words out of my mouth. I'll take this sparkly glove off, slap the shit out of you, and moonwalk on your ass. Who the fuck you think you talking to?
Every time he did that, every time he did that kick, that was a reenactment of what he did to Tupac's head. Yeah. That's what he's
like. You know the song "Beat It," right? I just wasn't talking about what I was saying. I will beat your ass, this motherfucker. Gary, Indiana, bitch.
Tupac, you went to an art school, all right? I did not. You went to an art school in Baltimore.
Hey, strong as my might.
Hey, my hard knocks is my dad with my ass every day. That was hard knocks.
You didn't grow up with a Joe Jackson. I did. All right,
you didn't have no daddy.
Yeah, I got.
They made me an honorary Crip. What'd they do to you? Nothing. They just gave you the stories. That's all they did.
And so that lets me know that
you got really gang members giving him status out of respect.
Because if Mike was already an honorary Crip, if that shit happened down in L.A.
Well, I mean, the Crips
did that before Tupac was even. Tupac was even a name in the 90s.
But I'm just saying, I mean, the Crips did kill Tupac.
Yes, we do know.
So
well. The FBI killed Tupac. Well, they have the Crips do it.
Yeah. They were informants.
Wait, hold on. My laptop might blow up now. That might be too much information we just gave out right there.
Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Yep. Getting a notification. Stop talking about that. Gotcha. All right. The feds have already gotten a hold to us. We got to stop talking about it. Otherwise, we're going to end up on a do not fly list somewhere soon.
So. You're right.
Everybody, appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. Good talks, nice little 2-hour show here. Dub, appreciate you for waking up and getting with us, talking, giving us some more information. Mizzle, you guys already know myself, JP, the bad guy. We'll see you guys again soon. Enjoy the rest of your week. Got some good stuff coming up. We haven't talked about Maul, but we're still going to talk about Maul.
This would be a new episode up.
The new Mortal Kombat movie is coming out on the 8th.
Yes.
So a lot of
Oh,
good
the
things
Stanley.
being told about that. You know, so
Mandalorian and Grogu.
yeah, there's a lot of good shit. So everybody, once again,
Johnny Cage. Just something about Johnny Cage and then Mortal Kombat just makes one smack the.
I don't like who's playing Johnny Cage. I mean, I
yeah, I
like
mean,
Carl Urban as an actor, but I think they should have got. Never mind. We already discussed about that.
some people said he did a good job. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
I'll reserve my judgment.
We'll appreciate everybody. We'll see you guys again next time. For myself, JP, for Missile and Dub. We'll see you guys again on the DNA next week. Later.